This little town of 640 people had this audacious love of theater. In the 1930s, some of them went to a wedding and stopped to visit relatives in Stockbridge, Mass, at the theater that was then the Stockbridge Playhouse. They saw Ethel Barrymore in a play, and they said, why can't we have that in Weston?
Transforming a former church into what the Boston Globe dubbed the most beautiful theater in New England, architect Ray Austin began what was to become Vermont's oldest professional theater. In 1937, director Harlan Grant turned Weston professional, opening the season featuring a young Lloyd Bridges.
1970, Harlan retired. A year later, they hired Walter Boughton from Amherst College, and for 15 glorious years he ran the theater, and then we were given the privilege to pick up the mantle and take it today.
One of the things that we all realized when we first came here is that we'd arrived in Brigadoon and that there was this magical thing that returned every year that anybody who came here and saw it said, wow, it's special, there's nothing like it.
Tim Fort, Malcolm Ewan, and Steve Stetler took a program of summer stock and reorganized the Playhouse as a non-profit equity company, rededicating the Playhouse to the community. Joined by Stuart Duke, the four directors transformed the Playhouse into the highly acclaimed regional theater it is today. The Weston Playhouse Theater Company now boasts a training program for young actors and year-round educational outreach programs. Most recently, the theater company has launched an initiative dedicated to developing new work in American theater.
The war had been going on for 2 years, so I knew by then something of the randomness of life and death.
We recognized the fact that there was a lot of theater work out there that we had a passion for doing and that we felt that our audience wanted to see.
That's why we want to build a new theater.
Supplementing the company's continued use of its flagship Playhouse, the acquisition of the Walker Farmstead will create viable year-round facilities to expand the company's programs, which are outgrowing their various found spaces.
The Walker Farm project is such an extraordinary opportunity for us to grow our potential as a community resource. It would include a new studio theater which would accommodate between 99 and 150 people, essential backstage space, wing space, a lobby that will accommodate all the patrons that come to the show.
In 10 years, we want to know that when people talk about American theater, that the Weston Playhouse is a name that will come to their lips.
It's not only about what happens here and now, but it's about what happens in the future.
This town in the 30s decided to put on plays as a group, and they've been putting on plays here for nigh on to 75 years, and if we have anything to do about it, we're going to make sure that they produce plays for another 75 years.
Community,
Quality,
And cows.